Hello everyone, wishing you all a fruitful day ahead. So recalling the previous session that which we have learned the life cycle of kingdom fungi, the sexual mode of reproduction as well as the asexual mode of reproduction. And also we have come across the various classes that belongs to kingdom fungi. What were they? They are phycomycetes, basidiomycetes, ascomycetes and deuteromycetes. Based on the morphology of mycelium, based on the mode of spore formation and based on fruiting body, we have seen each one in detail. And also we have come across the phycomycetes, the first group that which comes under kingdom fungi, phycomycetes. Where does it live and what are the special features of phycomycetes we have come across. And also we have learned the asexual reproduction in phycomycetes. We have learned in zoospores and eplanospores. They reproduce in zoospores as well as in eplanospores. And also we have seen the sporangium, when it gets matures, it breaks and spores are being produced. So today let us see the sexual reproduction in phycomycetes. The sexual reproduction in phycomycetes. So here two different hyphae. You can see here the two different hyphae. One we can call as female hyphae and the another one we can call as male hyphae. So this male and female hyphae fuses together to form zygote. Male gametangia as well as the female gametangia fuses together to form diploid zygote. Okay, the male gamete and the female gametes fuse together to form a diploid zygote, and this condition is termed as isogamous. And this condition is termed as isogamous. What is the special feature of isogamous? Isogamous means here the male and female gamete will be of same size and same shape. Here the male and the female gamete will be of same size and of same shape. That condition is said to be isogamous. Anisogamous means here the male gamete and female gamete, one will be larger comparing to the other. Here the female gamete is larger than the male gamete, but both are motile. Motile means both are moving. And the next condition is termed as oogamous. Oogamous also sounds similar to anisogamous. So the female gamete will be of larger size and the male gamete will be of smaller size. But here we have one more difference. What is the difference? The female gamete is not motile while the male gamete is motile, and they have the flagella at the end. So they have the flagella, but the female gamete doesn't have the flagella. They are not able to move. Is it clear? So after the formation of zygote, what happens? A large zygospore is being formed. After the formation of the zygote, a large zygospore is being formed. This zygospore will be remaining dormant for a long period of time. This zygospores will be remaining dormant for a long period of time. But when the conditions are favorable for the fungal growth, what happens? This diploid nuclei will be undergoing, meiosis division. Okay, so it will be undergoing meiosis division. And what happens? Then the haploid hyphae is being formed. Clear? So, after the formation of the zygospore is being formed. Zygospore. This zygospore will be remaining dormant for a long period of time, and when the conditions are favorable for the fungal growth, the diploid nuclei undergo meiosis division and they will be forming haploid hyphae. They will be forming haploid hyphae. And these spores will germinate into a haploid hyphae. These spores will be germinating into a haploid hyphae. Now can you tell me, this hyphae will be genetically similar or different? Your answer will be yes, because it is the result of sexual reproduction. We know that sexual reproduction, it will be of different type, right? Now let's move to the second group of kingdom fungi. They are ascomycetes. The second group of kingdom fungi, that is ascomycetes. So here the ascomycetes are otherwise called as sac fungi. They are called as sac fungi because their sexual spores called ascospores is produced in the sac-like structure, that is termed as ascus. Okay, ascus meaning sac-like. The sexual spores are produced in a ascus. It's a plural form. Okay, so ascus means sac-like. That is the meaning of ascus. So here ascomycetes can be unicellular like yeast. So ascomycetes fungi can be unicellular like yeast and multicellular like penicillin. Unicellular like yeast and multicellular like penicillin. And other members that which belongs to the ascomycetes are aspergillus. You can see here the aspergillus, the diagram of the image of aspergillus. And the next example is claviceps. You can see here the image of claviceps. And the next one is Neurospora crassa. So you can see here the image of Neurospora crassa. This Neurospora crassa is used for the biochemical or biomolecular studies because of the genes that which is arranged in a sequential way. Because of that only this is used for the study of biomolecular studies. And also this fungi is very easy to grow. Neurospora crassa, that's what it is used for the genetic analysis. And the next one is morel. You can see here the pic of morel and truffle. This morel and truffle are to be said very expensive food items. Morel and truffle, you can see here the image of morel as well as the truffle. These both are very expensive food items because it is grown in the wild and it is not that easy to be cultivated. Because of that it is expensive, it is said to be expensive. And about coming to the truffle, it is said that this protein body grows underground, underneath, okay, underground. And a special type of trained dog is used to find this truffle. So this truffle is having a characteristic smell. With this smell, the trained dog, they will be going and finding out this truffle wherever it is being found. It is being found in the underground. So trained dog will be getting the characteristic smell of this truffle and they will be able to find this truffle underground. Okay, so that's what is true. The morel and truffle are said to be very expensive food items. Once again, just we will recall what we have learned here in the ascomycetes. It is otherwise called as sac fungi. That means the sexual spores called ascospores will be produced in a sac-like structure, and that is termed as ascus. That means sac-like, and they can be unicellular like yeast and multicellular like penicillin. And other members are Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora crassa, morel and truffle. Neurospora crassa I have told you, that is very easy to grow. This fungi is very easy to grow, and also it is used for the biomolecular studies. And truffle and morel are very expensive food items. Now coming to the nutritional modes of ascomycetes. Nutritional modes of ascomycetes. They are divided into saprophytes, decomposers, parasitic, coprophilous. Coprophilous means dung-loving. Saprophytes means depending on the dead organic matters. Decomposers. That means organic compounds are being broken into the simpler forms. Organic matter is broken into the simpler forms. And parasitic. Parasitic we know, living inside the other animals or plants, parasites. Then coprophilous, that means dung level. Okay, dung level means these particular fungi will be living on the dung. Okay, dung means they will be producing a certain environment, a nitrogenous material, and there will be having a minimum competition for the other organisms to survive. So I think these coprophilous fungi are very, very brilliant, isn't it? So the mycelium of ascomycete is branched and septate. The mycelium of the ascomycetes are branched and septate. You can see here the close walls. So I hope that you may be remembering the picture of this multinucleated hyphae with close walls. We say it as septate. The next, asexual spores all are conidia on conidiophores. You can see here the conidia and the conidiophores here in this image. So asexual spores are conidia on conidiophores. Then sexual spores are ascospores. Ascospores, that means, as I have told you, that is produced in a sac-like structure. You can see here the sac-like structure here. So it is produced in this way. Okay, the sac-like structure. That's what it is termed as ascomycetes. Ascomycetes. And ascocarp is being formed here. This is the fruiting body, ascocarp. You can see here the image of ascocarp. Is it clear? So longitudinal section of ascocarp is also seen here. This is that's what I have told you. Ascocarp means a cup-like structure, sac-like structure. Now let's move to the third group of fungi. They are basidiomycetes. You can see here the common examples for the basidiomycetes are mushroom, bracket fungi, and puffball. Mushroom, bracket fungi, and puffball. You can see here the images are also given here. They belongs to basidiomycetes and commonly known as mushroom. The basidiomycetes are commonly termed as mushroom. Basidium is the singular form and basidia are the plural form. Basidium is the singular form and basidia are the plural form. Where does they live? They live in soil, decaying trees, in living plant bodies. That means, for example, we can say rust and smuts. And many of the common mushroom are edible, but few are very, very toxic. Okay, many are edible items, but many of those belongs to this group, that is basidiomycetes. They are very, very toxic. And mycelium is branched as well as septate. Mycelium is branched and septate. So asexual spores are generally not found. Here asexual spores are not found. Vegetative reproduction, fragmentation of hyphae is being formed, and sexual reproduction we can say basidiospores produced in basidia. So basidiospores produced in basidia. You can see here, since it is club shaped. Okay, since it is club shaped and narrow at the base. Here it is narrow at the base, and here at the tip it is little broader. Because of this club shaped, the name of the basidiomycetes are club fungi because of the club shape. So the narrow at the base and broader at the tip. Now moving to the last group. The last group, they are deuteromycetes. So they are deuteromycetes. They are termed as, or they are called as, imperfect fungi. They are known as imperfect fungi. Only asexual and vegetative phase will be seen here. Only asexual and vegetative phase is seen in the deuteromycetes. Once sexual stages are discovered, then it moves into ascomycetes as well as the basidiomycetes group. Okay, if the sexual spores are there, then it naturally moves to the group of ascomycetes as well as the basidiomycetes. So here the deuteromycetes, only asexual and vegetative phase is being seen. Asexual spores are termed as conidia. Okay, you can see here in the image conidia formation. Here you can see the conidia formation. The mycelium are septate and branched. Mycelium are septate and branched. Clear? So deuteromycetes, otherwise it is termed as bracket fungi. So it will be having only two phases, vegetative and asexual. If it is sexual, then it may goes to ascomycetes as well as the basidiomycetes, and also asexual spores. The conidia is being formed here. The mycelium are septate. That means they will be having prozoals. Next, the nutritional modes of deuteromycetes. What are the nutritional modes? All kind of nutrition is possible, I think so. Saprophytes, parasites, decomposers of litter. Saprophytes, as I have told you, as I have mentioned in earlier one, saprophytes, they depend upon the dead organic matter, and parasites, they will be living inside the host of other plants or animals. Decomposers of litter, helping for the mineral recycling. And some members are alternaria. You can see here the image of alternaria. Then the coleotrichum. Another example for the deuteromycetes is coleotrichum. And the next one is trichoderma. You can see here the images of alternaria, coleotrichum and trichoderma. So coming to the nutritional modes, they are saprophytes, they are decomposers, helping for the mineral cycling, and as well as they are parasites. That are the characteristic features of the nutritional modes of deuteromycetes. So now it's a time for the surprising fact. So which is the largest living organisms on earth? There is a question for you. Which is the largest organism on the earth? Which is the largest organism? As you see here in the image, you may have the tendency to say blue whale, but the answer is wrong. So let's see which is the largest organism that which is found on the earth. So the largest organism is said to be the genus that belongs to Armillariae ostiae. The genus that belongs to Armillariae ostiae. So this is the image of Armillariae ostiae. This is the biggest, the largest organism that which is found in the earth. But it is not seen. Okay, it is in the underground. It is said that the mycelium of single specimen of Armillariae ostiae is found in the Malaya region. Where is this Malaya region? It is found in the Oregon, US. Okay, and 4 square miles acres underground. This fruiting body is around 4 square miles. That means 2,384 acres underground. Okay, and colloquially it is termed as humongous fungus. What is the meaning of humongous fungus? Enormous fungus. The term humongous fungus means enormous fungus. So this fungus is said to be the largest living organisms in the earth. That's what we are comparing this fungus to the tip of the iceberg. As I have told you, the tip of the iceberg, how does it see? Only a bit portion will be seen, and the underground will be the largest portion of the iceberg. Clear? So here, as I have told, the genus Armillariae ostiae is the largest living organism that which is found in the earth. So once again, revising the portions that which we have learned today. We have learned the various classes of kingdom fungi. They are deuteromycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes and phycomycetes. We have learned the special features of phycomycetes, examples, where does it live, the nutritional mode, the sexual asexual spores, all these things we have come across. Ascomycetes also we have learned, the basidiomycetes also we learned, basidiomycetes, otherwise it is termed as club fungi we have learned. Because of the club shape of that particular term is being exposed, or particular term is being given for that. And the last one we have learned was the deuteromycetes. And also we have learned the largest organism, that is known as genus Armillariae ostiae. So that's all for today, children. Learn well, happy learning, keep learning and revise the portions that which we have learned on the daily basis. Thank you so much.